Hello, fellow Power Ranger fans. It's Paul English here, and this is not an official Sentai Nerd Ranger episode, sort of impromptu hangout. I'm here with my buddy Caleb Tufts, the Red Ranger. What's going on, my friend?
What's up, buddy? Yeah, this is a little impromptu. I probably wanted to do this, and I was around. I wasn't working, so I said, "Yeah, let's do it."
So, the reason for this thing is just I recently finished watching Ninja Steel, and with that, I have finished. I've seen every season of the Neo Saban era, and I got so much I want to say about it, and I need to talk to someone with it. So Caleb is here, so we're just going to talk about this. So you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Wait,
yeah.
Paul, hold on. I need to get my throw up bucket because I'm probably gonna throw up a lot.
Okay. All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Paul. Go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
So let's hit the rewind machine. Huh? Let's go back to 2010, early 2010. Around that time, I believe it was around that time that Haim Saban reacquired the rights to Power Rangers from Disney. Now, I was not watching Power Rangers at the time. I'd given it up about a quarter way through Lost Galaxy, but you were still watching it, Caleb. So I want to ask you, what was your reaction when you heard that news? Because I imagine a lot of fans were just pretty happy. Like, the creator is back in charge. We have our creator back. He's gonna restore the glory that is Power Rangers that Disney had quote unquote tarnished. We're so happy, hooray!
To be fair, Paul, I hadn't watched Jungle Fury, and I'd only seen a couple episodes of RPM, which I have since rectified, and I will rectify watching Jungle Fury, because after Overdrive, I stopped watching for a little while because it just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So, but I knew that in 2010 they released the old like reruns, but they were like digitally enhanced.
Yeah. With the sparkles.
If you haven't watched them, please watch them. It's really comical. It's interesting to say the least. I don't know what they were thinking, but it was something. So
yeah.
So when he bought it back, I was like, okay, whatever. And then when we got Samurai Paul, and then I knew something was up, Paul, as soon as I heard the theme song. And you might be saying, well, okay, it's Go Go Power.
Remix.
Yeah, it can't be that bad. When they were saying their names during the theme song, I knew. I said, nope, this is gonna be a stinker. It's gonna be a giant stinker. I just know it. Saban. Oh my god, I was so mad. That's so unnecessary, so stupid, so just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I can handle in a Dino Charge that they like face the camera and they smile. That's the extent to it. I don't need anything else. So, but yeah, I mean, I was happy because we were gonna get more Power Rangers, but I don't know how 1 out of 4 is that good, Paul. So
yeah, let's get it, because we've talked about this before, but I don't think you've ever fully seen how look, Samurai was a lousy season. However, I am fully aware of a lot of the difficulties that they had getting it on the air. I mean, for starters, new network, it's a new production team. They had I think 8 or 9 months to get this season off the ground. Not to mention that Shinkenger, the Sentai that Samurai was adapted from, was heavily based in traditional Japanese custom. And like I said, because they had such a limited time to produce it, they didn't have the time to properly adapt it into a Power Ranger season. So it's essentially a note-for-note translation of Shinkenger. Now, yeah, it's a bad season, but because of all those problems, I'm amazed they even got it on the air. So I tend to be a little forgiving towards Samurai, but you're not, Caleb. And I'm just curious, why is it that you're not as forgiving as I am towards Samurai, given all the problems they had? Okay, looks like yeah, okay. But can you answer that question?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Look, I understand the problems, which is why it wouldn't be in my top 3 worst. But it still sucks, Paul. It's still not good. Like it's like, but it wouldn't be in my top 3. I mean, like 1 and 2 are pretty safe, and then 3. So I mean, it would definitely be in the like top 5, But it's not that I don't give it slack. I understand all the issues and the problems, but it still sucks. So you still have to call it out if it's not good. So.
All right. So I mean, yeah, Samurai, but like I said, because of problems, I cut it some slack. Mega Force, on the other hand, I mean,
my God.
gloves are off. Gloves are off. I am not defending. This show is shit. They had 2 years to get their act together, and they come out with this horrendous pile of shit. And what makes it worse is that this was supposed to be the 20th anniversary season. I mean, can you think of a kid show that's been around for 20 years and survived 3 cancellations?
Yeah. No.
I mean, I can think of shows that have survived 3 cancellations. I mean, Star Trek more or less was canceled 3 times and it managed to keep going. But I mean, a kid show, no. But oh god,
what's frustrating to me.
Elijah his son wants to chip in on this.
What's frustrating to me, and I'm just throw this out there, so that anyone who watches any future lists will know that this is easily my least favorite season of Power Rangers. And I'm not saying I'm not separating Mega Force, Super Mega Force. That's so stupid.
No, we do not separate these.
I know that wasn't Saban. I know that was Nickelodeon, but still, it's still fucking stupid. Stupid. You could have just had 20 more episodes of the same season. You didn't have to say, no, it's Super Mega Force. It's like, bro, this is just dumb. I don't need this. So it's like, this is easily my worst season of it. I mean, I know it's Paul's number 2, but it's like, this season is so lazy. It's so boring. It's so bad. It's so inexcusable that it's this bad. It shouldn't be that bad, but it is. Like, it's so bad, and the characters are so bad. It's the writing part. The writing is so garbage.
Yes, it is.
Like, literally, the dialogue is so bad. The characters are so bad. Maybe except for Noah. Like, he's like the only likable character.
Interesting there. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Maybe. But other than that, I mean, it's so bad. And it's like, it's lazy. And it's like, Saban, bro, like, you had 2 years. Like, what happened? Learn from what you did in Samurai. And the funniest thing, Paul, is watching Linkar's review of this is so funny. When he's talking about Gosei, Paul, and he's like, and Gosei says, I was put here when a threat threatens the earth, and he's like, huh. So when when there was like demons here, when there was like Rancic was here, when there was orcs here, when Lothar was here, and he goes through all the seasons. So like none of these seasons were bad, but insects come to the earth, and it's the end of the world now. We gotta stop it. It was like, he's right.
He is. Like, where were you before all this, Gosei?
But it's lazy writing. This is bad writing. Like, it's just like, oh my god, like this is so bad.
I think the biggest problem. I'm coming back to Linkari. I think the biggest problem was Jonathan Zacher, the producer. I mean, this guy's whole motif was just cram as much action down your throats as possible. He did not give a shit about story. He didn't give a shit about characters. I mean, I heard even the actors were coming to him and saying, hey, can we do this to kind of further characters? Like, nope, action, fight, go. Like, really?
Well, listen, he was thinking in his mind, Paul, he was thinking, make a kid show, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like make a show that my 3-year-old. Come on, honey. Get out of here. Go. You know, like making sure that he would enjoy, you know, explosions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And now, I have heard that and if anyone knows more about this or knows anything else, please feel free to let us know in the comments. I have heard that apparently Toei, the company that produces Super Sentai, they kind of gave Saban a bit of a raw deal in that if you look at Megaforce and then Super Megaforce, the second part of it, there's two different Sentai seasons crammed in it. It was Goseiger for Megaforce and then Gokaiger for Super Megaforce, and that's where all the anniversary stuff was supposed to be in. From what I've heard, Toei actually forced Saban to use both Sentais in both Sentai footages, both Sentai shows in this season when they primarily only wanted to use the Goseiger suits and kind of incorporate the anniversary stuff from Gokaiger into that. That no, you got to use the suits from Gokaiger and yada yada yada. I don't know if that's true or not, but if so, I suppose I can be a little bit more lenient on the huge amount of Sentai footage used in those seasons. It doesn't excuse the lazy writing, but it's like, okay, I mean...
the terrible writing.
And of course, you're the worst Red Ranger for you.
Oh my God, Troy. Troy is so bad, dude. He's literally so bland. He's so boring. Like, literally, he is the worst. Like,
he's a robot.
But when you're the Red Ranger, the leader of most teams, it's been very few and far between that the Red Ranger is not the leader. You have to have some sort of charisma, some sort of, I don't know, like kind of like an ego, Like, you're the Red Ranger. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Jack from SPD. I'm the Red Ranger. I'm just gonna hang out, do whatever. He learned that he has to lead. He has to lead by example.
Yeah.
Shane. Shane wanted to do everything by himself. Because he thought that he didn't need nobody. So he learned from that I need Shane. I mean that I need Dustin and I need Tori. What does Troy learn? Doesn't learn anything. Doesn't learn anything from him. He has no arc, no nothing. You know nothing about this guy from when the show starts, when the show ends. You've learned nothing about this guy. He has no arc. He has no defining traits.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, really,
I don't blame that on Andrew Gray, boy.
No.
Who played Troy? I bet if I gave him like True Serum and I spoke to him privately, or even if I spoke to him privately, Paul, he would tell me horrible writing and horrible direction. He would probably say I was directed to act like I had no personality.
Except when he seemed to tap into the morphing grid and go Super Saiyan on it. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh my God! Oh, count yourself lucky. That was just insulting to me. Like, wait, why are you incorporating Dragon Ball Z into Power Rangers? What the actual fuck?
Yeah, I don't remember.
That was horrible. And then, I mean, do we even have to talk about that supposedly great final battle? That was a shell compared to what we got in the Super Sentai version. Like that Sentai anniversary, the 35th anniversary of Super Sentai, that great battle, that was glorious, man.
That was awesome. It's awesome.
And we got a shit show for that in Megaforce. So, So, 2 shit show seasons. So, what happens? Zacher gets booted out, and Saban brings in Judd Chip Lin, who's done so many Power Ranger seasons. And what do we get from that? We get a kick-ass season called Dino Charge. Oh my gosh, what an amazing season. It was like a complete 180.
I mean, like going into Dino Charge, like I said, the first thing you always hear, Paul, you hear the theme song, and I love as everyone knows who watched our first episode, I love the theme song. The theme song is amazing. So that was a step in the right direction. Look, is Dino Charge in my like top 5 favorite seasons? No.
I think it's neither and I, but I put it in my top 10.
Yeah, I would definitely probably put it in my top 10. I would have to think about it, but probably, yeah. But it's good. It's good. Gets a little worse in the last 20 episodes, I think, than the first 20, but still very good.
Yep.
Still leaps and bounds above the other 3 seasons.
Oh, by a long shot. I mean,
so yeah, I mean, it was a pleasant surprise for me because going in, coming off the stink of Megaforce,
yeah,
everyone's like, all right, like whatever, like we'll see. And then Tyler, the Red Ranger,
he's energetic, he's charismatic,
again,
he's likable. Like I like this
not my
guy.
favorite, Paul, but he has an arc, Paul. He has a reason to be around. He's looking for his dad, okay, and that's his overarching arc the entire season. Mm-hmm. He has charisma. He's a leader. He's, I don't know. I just think that he's a good Red. Again, is he in my top 5 Reds? No,
but he's probably still top 10.
Still good. Yeah, but he's still good, Paul.
Yes,
he's still a good Red. He has personality.
In fact, all the Rangers in Dino Charge have a good personality.
Yeah, it's not like watching paint dry. It's not. And like, one of my favorite characters, because she's spunky, she's sassy, is Shelby. Paul.
Oh my gosh!
I hated Emma from
Megaforce
because she was trying to act like a Valley girl, and oh my god, my hair's getting the helmet. Oh my god, you're trying to call back to the original. Okay, like we get it, dude, but you still have no personality.
Yeah,
Shelby was sassy because that's who she was as a character.
Yes,
that's who her character was, and her and Tyler's relationship actually meant something. Unlike
beautiful
Gia, which
was that was probably the best romance I've seen on a Power Rangers show since Time Force. It was just that good.
That's tough. I would have to think about it. But what was there any other relationships?
I mean, there was Summer and Dylan from RPM, but I mean, I think I need to rewatch RPM. I might have given that a bit of a raw deal just because I had watched so many shows. I was kind of like binging the whole thing at once. I may have to rewatch RPM, but yeah, Tyler and Shelby's relationship, I loved it. It was just so natural,
Right. And they almost kissed, but then Coda came in and ruined it.
I'm like, God, I know. I'm like, Coda, you cock blocker, come on. Oh, but to be fair, that was kind of like what Coda was. He was the curious caveman, the man out of time. But going back, like that's what I loved about the show. Like all the Rangers had unique personalities that made them stand out.
Oh, and what's crazy is Dino Charge had like a fuck ton of characters following.
Mm-hmm.
Had like a shit ton of characters, and they all worked for me. Like,
they all worked.
Again, it's not like the best, but again, it worked. I enjoyed it though, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed all the characters. I thought Keeper the Mentor was way better than Gosei. Like way better than Master G or whatever his name was. I don't even remember him. He's just irrelevant.
That was his name.
Yeah. So like everything worked, and again, it all starts when you have a kick-ass theme song, it works.
Yeah. So
that's the main thing. So
yeah, the Dino Chart, the ending was a little head scratching, like what?
Yeah, the ending didn't make sense for it.
Although it makes sense when we get to the next season when they explain it. But so yeah, you're excited about Dino Chart. Okay, they finally got their act together. Now let's see what they do going forward. We got Ninja Steel.
Well, okay.
Holy shit.
Here's the thing. I think that Ninja Steel is better than Samurai and Megaforce. It's definitely better than Megaforce.
Definitely.
The one word, if you had asked me, say, like, Kim, give me like one word or like one phrase to describe Ninja Steel. Boring.
Formulaic. It's generic.
Boring, bland, Paul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like paint by the numbers. Like they brought nothing new to the table.
No.
Like, and like Brody,
he was like Troy Light.
Probably is the Red Ranger. Like the Red Ranger is the most important Ranger,
and
Brody was just kind of okay. He's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I just finished watching it a few days ago, and not counting the holiday episodes, which are mostly clip shows, there were 40 episodes of Ninja Steel. Of those 40 episodes, I can only think of one that was legitimately good. There were a couple, like 2 or 3 that were like hilariously bad, but the rest were just.
But So
You forget him so
that was
fast.
episode 10 of Ninja Steel, right? When Levi is revealed.
When Levi is revealed to be his brother.
So you're saying that for
Brody's
30
brother.
more episodes, Paul, you had to endure through that.
I think I might have been episode 10 or 12. So, I mean, yeah. I had to endure 28 to 30 episodes of just
utter crap.
Well, I mean, 25, because like I said, there was like one or two after that I thought were just hilariously bad. But yeah, I mean, the episode that came right after that villain with the Arnold impression, oh my God, I was laughing so hard. That was hilarious. That was a hilarious villain. It's a fantastic villain. He sounded like Dana Carvey impersonating Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was that good. But
you did enjoy the crossover, Paul. Get into the crossover.
It was okay. It was okay. It was certainly a lot better than the last two anniversary specials we got. So that I suppose that's not really saying much, given how bad those were. So yeah. The anniversaries and Overdrive and Mega Force were atrocious. This one it was okay. It was okay, I suppose. All right, Caleb is back. Is not having to take care of Elijah. Just kick him out of the room and whatever. Yes, kitty. So yeah, that's what the problem I had with Ninja. It was just generic. There nothing new, and the characters were just they were boring. Really, that's what the problem was. All right, you back?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to. Sorry.
Do a little fatherly business.
A little bit. Yeah, I mean, just boring. It just feels like they got lazy. They got lazy. They're like,
no, they did. It's like, what happened, Judd? What happened? Whatever. You go from Dino Charge to this,
right? Like, this is what you're gonna go with. This is the big one.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we're going from. Coherent storytelling. Good
solid characters to this.
To boring villain of the week. Ugh. Just. And I let's come back, but Brody. One thing that annoying point, and I think you brought it up. Brody was stranded on an alien spaceship for 10 years, Paul.
Mm-hmm. 10 years.
He gets back to Earth, Paul. He acts like nothing happened. Like it was no big deal.
There's like no trauma to that.
Like there was no big deal. Like he's trusting the people. He's trusting everybody. It's no big deal. Oh, I was stranded on a spaceship for 10 years? Oh, yeah. I'm fine. It's no big deal. What do you mean it's no big deal? Dude, you were stranded on a spaceship for an alien spaceship for 10 years. No big deal, Paul.
Oh, no. I agree. And you know what's worse than that? Like how Preston and Sarah seem to take you to that. You were stranded on a spaceship for 10 years? Let's be best friends. Really? You're just going to, be besties with him just like that? That's not real.
All of them, Paul. After 2 episodes, all of them are just, they're the best of friends.
I know. It's like, that's not realistic. I mean, granted, I would love to be best friends so fast with 2 women as gorgeous as Sarah and Haley, but that's not real. It's just not real. Like, come on, guys.
Like, Power Ranger episodes that, it was different, Paul. It was different in Mighty Morphin Pod because they all knew each other beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
They all knew each other before they became Rangers. They were all friends.
Yep.
And then they became Rangers, and it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in every season, like Space, Lost Galaxy, everything, they struggled. You struggle as a team.
Mm-hmm.
You have an issue. You have an internal struggle. Nope. Everything's great. Everything's good. No problem. Everything's fine. No issues here.
And
just I felt bad for the guy that played Mick.
I know. When you think about how many seasons he's done, I mean, he was on SDP, he was in Mystic Force, He's done a lot of Power Rangers.
Overdrive.
Oh, I don't remember that.
He was Nord, Paul. He was
the snowman guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I blocked that season out of my head, dude. You know that. But that is a discussion for another day, folks. Trust me, we will get into Overdrive at some point, and you will see me.
Oh God, we will
out of my
discuss
eyes.
it, and I will let Paul take point, and he will absolutely tear that season to shreds.
I will rip it so many new assholes, it will die in a matter of days, but spend the rest of their life constantly shitting.
Listen, what everyone needs to remember about Overdrive, in my opinion, it's not the worst season. But the reason that Paul has it at number one, because I don't think it's the worst season, like in terms of quality and all that, has bad theme song. They broke the one cardinal. This is the only season that has broke the one cardinal sin, and we will get into that when we get to that season. But just remember, it broke the one rule that you never break in Power Rangers. So,
or just superheroes in general, really.
Right? Yeah.
Specifically, Power Rangers. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Superheroes in general.
So
they didn't, even in Endgame, after 5 years, they had hope. Which again, stay tuned for later in about, let's say, about like 2 hours for our Avengers spoiler Endgame review.
Yeah, that'll be our main show for this week.
Yeah.
So I mean, Caleb,
go ahead.
It's finally done. You know, it's the Neo Saban era ran from 2011 to 2018. Now we have the Hasbro era with Beast Morphers. I mean, you know, give me your overall thoughts on it.
So I haven't watched that much of Beast Morphers, boy. I've seen a few episodes. I've seen like half of an episode. I like the tone. I like that. I like Ebox, so we'll see where that goes.
All right.
I just like the tone, boy. I just like, you know what I'm saying? I like the tone. I like
where it's going. My apologies. I meant, you know, with the Neo Saban era over, I want your, you know, give me your final thoughts on this whole era.
Oh, it sucked. It was terrible. I mean, probably so like 1 out of 4, a 75% failure rate. I mean, it sucks. I mean, I'm unacceptable. And like I was just saying, like Beast Morphers, like from what I've seen, already has a little bit of like a darker tone, a darker feel. You know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, like
in space or
RPM and like killing people, but like just, you know, it's okay to be a little dark, man. It's okay. It's okay to be a little dark.
And I imagine you're excited for looking forward to the future because Austin St. John is going to be showing up in this.
In what?
In Beast Morphers in a future episode.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that Austin St. John's going to show up in a crossover at a future episode of Beast Morphers.
As himself?
As like Jason, the Red Ranger.
Jason?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Why haven't I heard this? What? Huh?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay. I wonder if he's gonna have his powers, if they're gonna explain that, or they're just gonna say, you know, we don't need to explain this. You guys will just accept it because it's Austin St. John.
Well, you might. I won't. Much as I love Austin St. John, like, can you explain something?
I didn't give the Ninja Steel crossover like any leeway, man. I said, okay, how does he have his powers? How does he have his powers? How does he have his powers? And exposition, just kind of go with it, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. But I can't, you know, persuade them any other way. So it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap this one up. Like I said, I just had so much I wanted to say about Ninja Steel and the Neo Saban era. I just wanted to get it out there. So, Caleb, thanks for taking the time to be here to talk about this. And yeah,
buddy. Always. I mean, it's a little depressing because you forced me to talk about Mega Force, and like you, boy, like you have blocked Overdrive out of your mind. I try to block that season out of my mind, like it never happened. So
yeah.
But but I mean, all in all, it's hopefully it's in better hands. That's all I gotta say.
We'll see what Hasbro does. All right, guys. So we'll see you on Tuesday for another episode of Sentai Nerd Rangers, and about hour and a half or 2 hours or so. Our main show will be an Endgame review, a review of Avengers Endgame. So look forward to that. And we'll see you soon.
Spoiler review.
Yes, spoiler review. So if you haven't seen Endgame, don't watch our show. Thank you very much, and have a good night. Bye bye.